see is progress, but without any weakening in labor market conditions.
Welcome to Financial Stockholm. I'm Christopher Crystal, and today is Friday, February 3rd, 2023. And the big news in the market really is still what happened yesterday with Fed rates. And because today we have the unemployment figures coming out for the U.S., and we see 517,000, which is roughly double or more than double what the job creation has been in America for the last few months. So on average, there's been a creation of around 200,000 plus. And you've been seeing levels closer to 300,000, some below, 400,000. But today we have 517 versus the average, which was around 225. So what happens there? Why isn't the market selling off? Well, these are not jobs that are created that are going to be paying people a lot of money. The majority of the increases are coming in the services and service sector. And so you're looking at jobs in hotel and servicing. You saw an increase as well in the private education and healthcare. So those are probably nurses and teachers, school associated officials or individuals. And these are not jobs where you have a dramatic increase of income so that it's going to drive inflation. These are jobs where people need them to pay their rent, to buy their food. So that's the kind of economy that you have there with that job creation. And I think that's why the market's not selling off dramatically. Because if the market was fundamentally, I've said that the market doesn't look very strong. And you saw FedEx laying off people. They're laying off their management core now. So you had the first round of layoffs. Now you've had a second round of layoffs. You've only seen one round of tech layoffs. You've seen one round of the banking sector layoffs. And you're starting to see other industrial sectors laying off. And typically in a recession, bad recession, you're seeing several quarters where people are being laid off. Now you had a negative sentiment about how business was going to develop in the US. And then you have negative development or thoughts about recession from world leaders. So even ahead of the World Economic Forum, the investor leaders of those companies were negative towards the economy. So when you're looking at it from that perspective, there's no real reason to buy the market, yet the market continues to go up in Europe, and it's going up as well in the United States. And why is this? Well, it's based on the perception. And, so Spotify, which is going to lay off 600 people, roughly 6% of its workforce, and then comes out and has, this figures and then goes up. It doesn't really make a lot of sense if you're looking at the fundamentals, but that's the way this market is trading. And on top of that story with the Spotify, and it's a good one to start with, is that Daniel Ek has several different ventures going in healthcare. He's a 3% owner in a small company called KRY in Sweden, KRY, and he's looking at setting up a new kind of a body scan company, which would then send the data into your physician. So, but that, that company isn't getting a lot of positive reviews from doctors. The company itself is getting sawed up in the press. So the Daniel Ek story really stays with the Daniel Ek. And then what else is happening in Sweden? Well, we've seen more explosions. We had more discussions about the safety and the explosions going on here in Sweden, and so we're at a status quo. And I think we'll start to trade more with the U.S. market, more with the NASDAQ. And as the NASDAQ continues to go up, I think we'll go up. And we're looking at the inflation figures. So we'll look to see what happens. And with that, that's really what we've had. I think it's been a relatively strong week in the market for the equities. And although you don't have the fundamentals, in my opinion, to say, hey, this is a reason to buy, you do have a lot of activity in the market that's being treated as positive enough to drive the markets up. So, you can be short. You can always make money shorting stocks, especially companies that are overvalued and so forth. You can be long-term strategy. You can be short-term strategy. There's always a way to make money in the market, and it can even be involving options or futures. But you need to talk to your advisor, your investment representative, and come up with a strategy for your investments. And so, with that, I'll wish you the best of luck. Hopefully, you're subscribed and you've liked the channel, and then we'll see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.